Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our newest episode.
Hey, guys.
What's happening, Noel?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing much. Beautiful day out, I guess.
It is.
It is nice. I would like it not to be any warmer.
I know.
That'd be cool. I don't think it's going to get too much warmer yet.
I'm already sweating with this.
Me too. I know. I'm very picky with weather, but I do like 60.
Yeah, I do
65.
It's perfect weather.
Robin, how are you?
Good.
Good.
I like sweatshirt weather.
Yeah.
I want to wear a sweatshirt.
A lot of people just wear like a long sleeve shirt outside.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There we got Vernon. Hi, Vernon.
Hey,
Kim and anyone else who's here. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
The stars. Don't forget, guys, about our stars, and thank you for everyone that has been sending them to us. It's 99 cents. Give us 100 of them. The more stars we accumulate, the more opportunity we have on Facebook for some of their advertising opportunity. And though that dollar goes towards our podcast and gets everything from the thing we pay monthly for the we call it program for the for putting it on, and what we want to do in the future, which is coming. I can't wait. Let me see who else we got. Yeah, Kim. Chris is here. Hey, Chris.
Hey, everyone.
So your parents are back.
They're back, but they're
not here.
Babysitting. Jerry might be here.
He might show up.
He might show up. I think he's golfing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful night to golf.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff going on. First off, I want to talk about real quick because I hate politics in Niagara Falls. I really do. I hate its guts. But we had Demetrius Nix on, remember, and he's running for mayor. Then Robin had him on her show. And at the time that he came on Robin's show, the situation was he had got 799 signatures on his petition to be on the ballot.
Yeah.
And you need 500. Well, someone by the name of James Dean, who I've never heard of in my life, must be a Democrat committee person or something. They protested said they were, protesting the signatures. And so after it was all said and done, they said he was 62 signatures short. So he goes and Nick gets a lawyer, a good one too. I believe his name is Ostrowski, Jim Ostrowski, I think. He's done this a lot. He actually, remember Dave Mangello?
Yeah.
He used to do some stuff with him.
Oh, okay.
So this guy knows what's going on. And apparently, and I guess this is what my source is pretty good, is saying that he's back on.
Good.
That he beat them back.
Good.
And the Board of Elections, now here's the weird thing the sick thing about this, ends up going the way it sounds. The Board of Elections, here, let me back up. Nix, actually, and I wished he, obviously, because I hate the parties, he signed up new voters for 300.
Yeah.
And think about that. The Democrats couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And he put them all to the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
And of course, they're not helping him in any way. But all those that he did, he wants them now to sign his petition. And the Board of Elections, I guess, hey, Dominic, told him that after one day, they can sign. Well, they were saying they were all ineligible after he got them all to sign. So they kind of pulled
Jamie DePietris.
Yeah, they tried to pull the rug out from under, thinking, and I think what ends up happening is they believe, well, no one's going to sue. Who's got the time or the money? Well, unfortunately, they met the wrong person. Mm-hmm. And no matter what you think of Demetrius Nix, doesn't even matter. It really don't. It's the fact that he was able to do this is a good thing. I think it's a good thing for everybody. Because normally, like for me, if they said that to me and you, let's say we were trying to run for something and they said that to us, we couldn't do nothing.
Right.
Because I'm not going to get a lawyer.
Right.
So I'd be screwed and it'd be over. He was able to get one and he won. And I'm very happy for that for him. Whatever. Now he'll be on Glenn Shalokian himself and the mayor will be running in the Democrat primary. So
he's back in. He's going to be running.
You know what? It isn't official, I guess, until tomorrow. But from what I've heard from good source, that it's going to be good. That I think he just needed to get 16 signatures on it.
They've been after him since day one.
Yeah, there's been some craziness, throwing criminal charges too, crazy criminal stuff, and like I said, no matter what you think about him out there, it doesn't even really matter. Because if you really look at it, think of some of the other people that we've had running.
I know.
You know.
Right.
So I think that throwing that stone is a little bit, it's going to bounce right back at you.
Well, that's the thing. Like with Demetrius, I mean, obviously he's made some mistakes in the past, but he's acknowledged that, and I think he's pretty much an open book when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a bunch of people in politics who are running around raping people and
stealing, tax evading,
and doing all kinds of,
and they're hiding them.
And and they're just like treating them like they're somehow better than Demetrius.
No, because and he says, and I'll give him credit, Google my name, you'll see everything.
Yeah, he's not hiding anything. He's like most of these other politicians. They're trying to hide everything they're doing. He's not hiding anything. He's open and honest.
And I will say this, a guy like him, and it wouldn't matter who it was, I think scares them.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he's not going to play the game that they want him to play.
Right.
There's other people out there. Oh God, why am I forgetting her name? Jennifer Lemoy. Remember Jennifer Lemoy?
Yeah.
She tried to run.
Yeah.
And they did this. They kind of did the same thing to her. They chopped out her signatures. There was a whole other situation there, but it was similar.
Yeah.
And
I remember when Dominic Saraceno was running, and I was trying to get signatures for him. Jamie DePietros was trying to say the signatures I got weren't real, or they weren't good, or something like that. Like she was going to try to do that.
Yeah, and that's what they did. And he, I believe, when you will see his name on the ballot, and I'll tell you this: the other thing he's doing, which was a good thing, is even if they would have said they would have upheld that, he was now going to try to do it. Like you can get 600 signatures and get on the ballot as yourself, which I like. That's what I wish everyone would do. Right from the get-go, just not be a part of the parties and be your own. And then you can get anyone to sign. And I think that's perfect. Someday someone's going to do that, like right out of the gate, like not just do it because the Democrats or Republicans reject you. You just do it. And I think we'll be much better off when they do. So that was that little story that I thought was interesting and kind of big news, I guess. But to tell you the truth, I got to tell you, Noel, and I don't know how you feel, Robin. I just don't really care about this election whatsoever. I don't see it much as I don't, and especially I guess if they'd have thrown Nix off, because he's the only one. Don't get me wrong. I like Glenn Shaloki's a great guy.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
No, I really do. He's a nice guy, and guess what? If he was mayor, there'd be no problem.
I think anybody would be better than him.
Right. Yeah.
Anybody would be better
because
than.
At least I know he's a good man. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. And he's not going to do anything malicious. Even if he made mistakes, I think it would be honest mistakes type thing. So I do like him a lot, but I just can't. I can't get into it. Like it has no. Like I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Like I don't have that energy for it at all. Like I'll go vote because I do, but I don't know what I'll do. Like if I can't stand voting for a Democrat or a Republican, that's my problem. No matter whose name is on that.
Right.
So then I'll write someone in. That's my only way to go with it. But politics here is garbage.
It is.
Robin, you're not up for it, are you?
No.
I didn't think so. How about we do another story? And then we got a bunch of other shit to do. But how about, which story do we want to go? Why don't we go the story real quick? Because we had this story on our show before, so it's kind of an update. And then we'll get to that rapist cop.
Yeah.
And then that'll lead us into some of the Angelo fallout again, because it doesn't stop.
Right.
Do you remember OTB and Henry Watazik?
Oh, I sure do.
Can I play? I want to play a video for everyone. It's 2 minutes long, and this just happened 5 days ago, I believe. And then I want to give you a little more information on it.
In just the last hour, Governor Hochul's budget has passed the state Senate and is one step closer now to being signed. And tonight we have learned it also includes an overhaul of off-track betting. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Levin. Mary Alice is off tonight. As Joint Side's Andy Payton reports tonight, not every lawmaker is glad to see this legislation go through.
The Western Region OTB specifically.
Senator Borrello, if you would, Senator Gineris.
Tonight, a clash between two Western New York State senators on the Senate floor. We don't get to tell you how to ask the questions. You don't get to tell us how to answer them.
As New York lawmakers debated and just hours ago passed a portion of the final state budget related to the region's off-track betting in 15 counties. The proposal, upon the budget's complete passing, would terminate all 17 commissioners from the Western Regional OTB Corporation and restructure the voting process, tilting the power toward more populated counties like Erie and Monroe.
Makes it more equitable and a fair distribution of that board system.
It comes after a series of audits from the state comptroller in 2021 that found the board misused funds and spent at least $121,000 on sporting events, concerts, food, and alcohol for board members and their families, and also found that its CEO Henry Witowski used a company vehicle without reimbursing the organization in a timely manner.
What we plan to do here through the approval of this bill is root out what could be considered the worst and most corrupt system that's in place across the entire state.
But the Republican state senator fought back tonight, arguing that the change would strip power from less populated counties, even those that provide the most profits, referencing Batavia Downs in Genesee County that brought in a region-high $12 million in net profits in 2021, but received just 2.1% of funds distributed among the 15 counties. The change now leaving the county with just 2 of the 100 total votes, while granting less lucrative Erie County 34% of the vote due to its population size.
What you're ignoring is the will of the people that actually do the hard work to generate that revenue. This is just another shameless power grab, and running out the clock was also shameless.
Now, once again, we just received word minutes ago that the budget has officially passed by the state Senate. The Assembly is still voting as we speak. If it passes, their result will return to Governor Kathy Hochul's desk for her final signature. In the studio tonight, Andy Payton.
All right, we're back. Thank you for that. So yeah, OTB is going to be stripped of all the commissioners, which meant like commissioners were like the mayor of Niagara Falls, the mayor of I believe Lockport, the Buffalo, like it just every major city and every county had a representative that was appointed, I think, by them, whoever it may be. And you heard what they were doing. Do you need to write something down to me? Do you need to give me a message?
No, that's okay.
Okay. So if you can write me down something. Do you need to write something here?
Yeah.
Here, go ahead. Just watch my stuff. Here, write it over here on that side. All right. Yeah, no. So, all right. So you got that. And they used $120,000 on Bill's games and food and liquor, all for their own family.
Hey, Bill.
And hey, Bill. So now when that happens, here comes Henry Witowski, who is the CEO. Well, I assume he's going to be removed. And, he makes $200,000 a year plus benefits. And it wasn't but earlier this year where those board members voted to give him a $12,000 bonus. So that's taxpayer money just going to these guys. So now the only scary part is that to me, it's still politics. So we're going to remove Republicans and just put Democrats in. Do I trust them? No. You hope that maybe they'll have some sense and they will not. No one else will do this, but I have a bad feeling, because it's just so easy when no one's looking. It's just really easy. What? Come on, man. Anyhow, I can't right now.
Yeah, no, after.
I don't know. But okay, I will. I'm sorry. Yeah, $200,000 he gets to do, I guess, commercials on for Batavia Downs. I don't know. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. He doesn't do much, but think about it. He got a $12,000 bonus just for nothing, and they're going to build luxury box. They're not just buying tickets; they're in the luxury boxes at Bills and Sabres games. They're there for concerts, and they're spending it all on alcohol and food for them and their families.
Right.
That's sick. That's you should go to jail for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Henry Witowski's wife is Carolyn Witowski, the DA here, she's not
judge
DA,
now.
She's judge now.
And another judge too. We found out, wasn't there?
There's another one now,
and she doesn't like to pursue rape.
No.
Charges. Carolyn Witowski.
I can't even tell you how many stories I've heard about her and rape charges and
Yeah, she likes to fuck over victims.
She had Nick D'Angelo work on her campaign.
And I kind of, Rob, feel that way too. I don't really trust who's going to become the new boss over there. I mean, whatever it is going to have
just somebody that they know.
Too much power they'll have. And that's the problem here. Power needs to be stripped. It's not just shifted. Like power just got shifted. And then I laugh at the Republican there who was all mad about, Batavia is only getting 2% of the money from Batavia Downs. Well, Republicans are the ones that gave us what we have here in the casino.
Oh, yeah,
and why Niagara Falls only gets a half of a percent of the slot machines. So I don't want to hear them cry, about Batavia when Niagara Falls is doing what they're doing. Question is, where will Niagara County put him when he is removed? Yeah, that's a good question. Where does he end up? I can't wait to find out where Wachazek ends up. What job will the Niagara County legislature step in and give him? It's going to be a big one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There is no county manager. You know what I mean? There is no head like that.
Literally going.
Oh my God. They're going to take care of him.
Yeah, they have one in Erie County.
Yeah, I don't know. No, but that's election. He'd have to run for that. No, you got to appoint him. I mean, maybe they could appoint him. They could appoint him to anything. Like maybe they'll just make him a judge.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
He might be a lawyer. I think he was a lawyer.
Maybe he'll work with Patrick Falcon, or maybe he'll work with or
yeah, they could put a new one in
the
city of Niagara Falls. They could have another.
Yeah, or he could work for Niagara County Social Services.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Could you not see that?
Yeah.
Why not? He'd be the head of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he could be the head of anything. They could make him head of the highway department. Oh, okay. So there you go. The Niagara County attorney is retiring soon, so he could be that. Oh, he's ready to go. The funny thing, this is what I was saying about D'Angelo. All right, everyone's cool. Oh my God, it's so great. He's not going to be a lawyer in a while. So shit. Well, guess what? He already knows what job he will have. I guarantee you when he gets out in October.
He has people who hire him.
Oh,
they didn't care about his past history of rape before. You think they give a shit now?
No,
they don't care that he's raping people. They're not gonna now say, we're not gonna give you a job. The
Niagara County legislature has hired them. People that have done things that should be. They're not misconduct. We know what Aronow did, and what he did is not misconduct.
No,
he should have been. When you do that, you should be caught.
Right. Just like what Hugh Messer did.
Correct. You should be cuffed.
And
we're going to talk about another guy here shortly that it isn't misconduct. But Nick's new job will be a punching bag. But no, they'll save him.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever money he's going to lose, they will give him, even if they got to give him several part-time jobs.
Like they did for the mayor
when he got thrown out. Right. If the jury convicts Nick, he can get up to 25 years.
For what, his newer charges? Because there's not going to be a jury anymore for the sex crimes.
Yeah, he's done.
Maybe she means the new charges.
Yeah. There'll be no jury. No. I mean, there'll be another plea deal.
Yeah, I was about to say, there'll be another plea deal for him.
And they'll have some kind of, but I don't know, what are you talking about, Kim? Is it not the rape, though? It'd have to be
was it? When was it on the news? Was it on the news recently?
But it can't. There is no jury. It's over.
No, the new charges.
Oh, the new charges. Yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is he's going to plead it.
Yeah.
He's not going to bring it.
He already have the DNA out now.
Yeah, he's going to plead and get away with it, just like he did here. He didn't want to go to a jury trial with this one.
Oh, last night? Really? I didn't know that. Kim, if you could find it for me, let me know.
Because he's not going to go to a jury trial for anything.
No.
The rape cases,
he knows if he goes in front of the jury, he's screwed.
He's going to lose.
So he's got to take a plea deal. He knows he will lose in front of a jury.
And they gave him a great one. They gave him a great.
Thank you, Kim.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Not my boy, that Glenn Aronow. He, after his misdeed in this, yes, and then he's working for Niagara County Legislature, so doing something Aronow. But I don't. Huh?
He's talking about Claude, or
George Maziarz.
George Maziarz
hired Glenn Aronow after his misdeeds in the Senate.
Why would he call George Maziarz your boy?
That's what I just said. He's not.
I know.
But I mean, either way, Aronow gets hired by the legislature after George gets in trouble, I guess, for trying to cover up or whatever was going on with his sexual misdeeds.
Right. George never really did anything like he said he was going to do. No.
You know what?
I mean, he really didn't know.
The other day, he did call.
Oh, did he?
And I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't respond.
he doesn't have my new number.
The thing is, I mean, at this point, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? What do you want from us?
Right.
So there's really nothing we could do. Has to all agree to convict if one person. I know, but
it probably won't go to.
That's what we're trying to say is I don't think there'll be a trial. Like,
Right.
I think
he's gonna plead to something, and like he did with this case, because they have too much on it. They have his DNA evidence on it.
It'll be a misdemeanor. I mean,
Right,
he'll end up
yeah.
getting away with.
They'll give him a great plea deal. I mean,
Maybe I bet you he'll pay a fine.
yeah.
I guarantee you there'll be a fine and no jail time.
No.
There's not gonna be jail time. If you get 6 months for that, no, seriously, honestly, what's he gonna get? 90 days, and they'll just say,
Right.
okay, time served thing, and
Right.
it'll be over.
Right.
I mean, he's already. They've already done what they got to do. I'm just saying, I'm looking for the new job because when he gets out in October,
Oh yeah.
he won't be like. He's not going to be, going down to social services to get help.
Right. No,
he's going to have it. He's going to already know where he's going.
Oh yeah, they probably already have it
Now.
Yeah.
I agree. I said yes. They definitely know where he's
They
going.
probably said, "Don't worry, just take this plea deal, and when you're out, we'll hire you."
Right.
We'll put you somewhere quiet.
Yep.
It's gonna. He could have gone out to Batavia Downs, but now that they got rid of this, they can't do that. But I could see him. I could definitely see him. I mean, why not? If you made him highway department deputy director or something crazy,
Right.
What's the difference?
Yep.
Kim, do you remember what news station it was on? I always miss it. I never get to. I
don't watch the news,
so I
yeah.
never get to see anything like. And they don't ever put it on like Facebook. Like they don't put the news clips on Facebook.
Right. And I don't know why, because not many people actually watch.
tough, yeah.
Right,
the news.
so the more people see it when they're. On
If you
Facebook.
throw it on social media,
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe what we'll do here is why don't we take a break? Take a quick break. We'll talk about the he could be a Halloween decoration. She said Good Morning America. Oh yes, consultant for sure.
Oh, it's not good enough.
But no, I don't know.
Oh, see that.
Yeah,
If you find it, definitely.
yeah,
let
send
me-
it on its
yeah.
way. I just isn't it funny how Good Morning America
I tagged them. I tagged them. And I tried getting their attention.
on Twitter, I sent them a thing with the video telling them, okay, here's Belter again. So what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You did your whole story about Belter, which didn't help. You know what I mean? None of it helps.
Just stuck with
Right.
it's all too late.
You're too
Right.
late.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah.
It's already. The time to speak up would have
Was
been when it.
gone.
Right.
Yeah,
When
when
we
it
needed help.
mattered. When
Right.
when
If
we
you do
needed
that
people-
story you're right, when he's in the middle of charges,
right,
then maybe that gets a fire in the DA.
right.
Now they don't care.
Maybe that gets a fire in some people
All I know is that
who
the,
get a fire in the DA.
the DA is not happy with all the backlash she's receiving about this, and I'm just here to
Unfortunate.
say I don't care that this was your case. If you wanted to make yourself look good and you didn't want all people talking bad about you, you should have done something. You should have actually did a good job, and then people would tell you did a good job. But unfortunately, it's not just us who think this. It's everybody. Everybody thinks she did a horrible job and did not like what she did.
Yeah.
Right.
And that goes to John Flynn too,
John Flynn
because he
too, yeah.
overseen it.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is
I would seriously not feel comfortable having Lynn Rita pursue any kind of charges if I needed somebody.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
She's so incompetent and did such a terrible job. I mean,
No.
There's nobody that can. People have been trying to convince me to
so lazy.
think that she did a great job, and I'm sorry, but she had a chance to prove to me that she could do a good job, and she did not. She hasn't reached out to me. I haven't spoken to her. I don't have any.
No,
I
but
don't
she don't
want to
want
speak to her.
It's a lazy way out.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
lazy, and they allowed him to get away with other crimes.
mhm.
They basically wiped it
Yeah.
out. So
And this next round of victims is on Lynn Rita.
sure it is. And
Absolutely. And the fact that you drop other victims' charges, like
Without
Yes, so-
consulting
without
them.
even, I mean, why have one of the victims who are gonna go to trial message me saying, "Is this true? Is this really happening? Are you kidding me? I was ready to go to trial. Like, what the hell is this? Nobody said anything to me."
Yeah,
Nope.
it's not
I
fair.
said I didn't even know about this shit either. So, Melissa says he's going to need a nice job as he's spending all his cash on buying Facebook followers, over 5,000 new in less than one day. 172. Yeah, that's so weird. If he doesn't run the mayor,
He doesn't run it, right?
Yeah. Why is he? Why? are
How does she have that money? This is
They're
independently
100%
wealthy people.
buying.
Yeah, no
So,
doubt.
I think Nick
No
still
doubt.
is. is running it.
Oh, he
because
definitely is.
He doesn't have to give it up.
No.
He doesn't have to give up the high ground.
And he never will.
And
He just handed off.
he'll never actually give it
It's
up.
too bad when you know the game that they're playing. I mean, you
Yeah,
can see
clear.
it.
Yeah.
And they're not looking to check up.
No.
They don't
No.
care what he's doing. That's the point. That's why when everyone's feeling so good about, oh, they'll bust him and probate him and, and all that stuff, that ain't happening.
Yeah. Well, think about the story, Noel, that you just showed us about the sex offender that has that has restraining devices and drugs and all that. I'm sure they're probably on some kind of probation.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Was on some type of probation.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
Right.
Let's take
Like,
it.
unless you show up at.
And then I don't even know.
Right.
Because sometimes they take the rape kit gets missing.
Yeah.
They need to give everybody his probation officer's number. Everybody should have his probation officer's number in case of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they can tell us.
Maybe the poster bandit could take care of.
Oh yeah, the poster bandit.
The probation office, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we take our commercial break now? When we come back, we got another story about Erie County deputy and then more stuff about D'Angelo. We'll be back in about a minute and a half.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Oh, we're back. Hello, everybody. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties over here. Robin didn't bring her charger. So when Robin doesn't bring her charger, then we have to find other chargers. And then things get upended. Noel, do me a favor. Can we? But just just because I was thinking that's better. Perfect. Yep. All right. So Robin, you good?
Good.
All right. Let's do this story real quick. It's another one that goes to sexual assault and how things are not taken seriously. It's a Erie County deputy. His last name is D.
Yeah.
And here, let me play this short video that was on the news about him. And then we'll tell you a little more detail.
Faces up to a year behind bars after pleading guilty to official misconduct and criminal attempt charges. 42-year-old Robert D. lost his job with the sheriff's office in May of last year. The Erie County DA's office says while working as a jail deputy, he failed to report having inappropriate conduct with a female inmate.
Right. So he gets to plead guilty to misconduct, official misconduct, and some sort of
something with the second degree. I had it written down.
But it was just it has nothing to do with sex offenses.
Right.
It was just some kind of tampering or something. I think I wrote it down too. Let me see. Official misconduct, or maybe tampering with something. I feel like. But it's certainly here. Let's play it again.
Faces up to a year behind bars after pleading guilty to official misconduct and criminal attempt charges. 42-year-old Robert D. lost his job with the sheriff's office in May of last year. The Erie County DA's office says
attempt and official misconduct.
Yeah.
But let's tell you what he did. What?
Did they say that the reason he's in trouble is for failing to report
that he had
the.
Well, no, not that's
contacted one of the victims,
but that's official misconduct, and
so he's not in trouble for actually having the relationship with the inmate. He's in trouble for not reporting.
That's like when Nick, he didn't get in trouble for like actual rapes, like they like somehow.
Official misconduct can mean anything. So basically, it's against the rules of being a jail guard, I guess. And then somehow he was criminally in contempt. So, but let's tell you what he really does, right? What this guy does is originally he's charged with forcibly touching a female inmate's intimate parts, is what they say. But it ends up it obviously he also, here's another part. He also picked up the female victim in a patrol car at a Hamburg park while on duty. He drove her to his home where he reportedly forced or had allegedly engaged in sex with him. Police then responded to D's home where he allegedly physically assaulted the woman by strangling her. None of this is being held accountable to here. Forcible, they call it forcible touching. All right, go look up forcible touching and see what it says.
Right.
He's pleading to, though, he's taking a plea deal to official misconduct and the other contempt of court, basically.
Rita?
I wonder in Erie County.
Yeah, might as well have been Rita that worked on
He's not getting a year when the judge sentences him. No, I'm going to say he gets no jail time at all.
Yeah.
Because he didn't plead to anything. Not even the forcible touching.
No.
So he will walk away.
Yeah. And because then they'll say he's not a threat to the community.
And then they'll say he can't be a cop anymore. So there you go.
Right.
They act like they did a good job and they say, oh, he can't be a cop anymore. Or he can't be a lawyer anymore. He saved the day.
And I bet you he keeps his pension too. You're right.
Something else but you know what? He's still going to be a rapist.
Yeah, he is what he is. And I'm sure, once again, it's like the bag of potato chips. You're not going to just have one. Right. I'm sure he's done this before. When you go and steal, just because you got caught.
They all do it over and over.
So, like, think about, now this is right in line with, and now the only difference here is this guy, hey, Jerry.
Where are you, Dad?
This guy is not only, he's not as connected, though, as D'Angelo.
Right.
So what they're doing with him is they're just railing around him. Right. Because the more they uncover with him, if they were doing, now think about, they're investigating themselves. So if they investigate more, can you imagine what else is going to come down? And now think about, this is a woman who is an inmate.
I guarantee you there's more victims.
So don't you imagine that they're not going to listen to, they won't listen to regular people.
Right.
And I don't mean she's not a regular person, but you get my point. Right. That has been an inmate. And how many other inmates, right? How many other things?
Yeah.
If they continued this investigation, it would have gone bad. Right. Politically, for all of them.
Also, there should be something where if you're in a position of power and you abuse someone, it should be like an even higher charge.
Oh, it should be for sure. But instead, what it is, it's a lesser charge. Yeah. You're better off being in a position of power. Because then, politically, but they put their lives on the line every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's great too. But I mean, they just gotta. But I guess this just all makes me feel like we talk about it all the time how they rally around each other.
Oh yeah.
They did around D'Angelo, and they with his disgusting and what John Flynn said. I remember his video about how horrible and just disturbing.
Right.
Not disturbing enough.
No, not disturbing.
It wasn't
There really
disturbing.
isn't evidence in this case is extremely disturbing.
No, I know, Bill. I know it was sarcasm. I know it was sarcasm. But I mean, like, it was disturbing, right? And it wasn't disturbing enough to kill the politics of it all.
Right.
Right.
Because people have to get reelected, and that means we don't care if you do that.
Right.
You got a better chance. I'll tell you what they do care, and this is so stupid because I hate to try to. I don't like doing this, and I don't think any of us do. Like, which crime is worse than the other type shit.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you what. If this guy, I'll go with D'Angelo, okay? He did what he did, and we know it was violent. It's always violent. But some of this was really even beyond. If he murdered one of them, it'd be a different story.
Mhm.
He wouldn't have got away with. Seriously,
Oh,
he wouldn't have got away with murder.
yeah.
As I said, he might not even have got away with if he was armed robbing people with a gun.
Or if he had drugs on him.
Right. That would be enough.
Right.
This part here is just, it's very protected. It's one of the most protected things I've ever seen, crimes and ever.
The sex crimes just don't matter to people.
Doesn't.
They just rape might as well be a misdemeanor because that's how it's treated. It's just sex. It's
right.
Go take a shower and get over it.
Yeah.
That
is what it is. It's obvious what it is because we see it all the time.
Yeah.
And this case just is one. If he was a little more politically connected, this would really have gone away.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's similar to the Messer.
Also, I was saying he's definitely not.
Because look what
Messer.
We know what Messer did, right? We know. We actually
all the charges
know.
He was originally charged with and everything.
And they were able to make it official misconduct.
Right.
Same
That's
thing
what they always do.
guy.
That when people commit sex crimes, they always somehow put it to sex or misconduct.
Right.
They maneuver it.
And then people think, oh, it's just misconduct.
Right.
It's like Aronow. Aronow ends up with misconduct. What he did was masturbate in front of a woman.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Right.
You're going to tell me that's just misconduct? Wow.
Right.
Holy smokes.
Janelle's husband did the exact same thing,
Even
worse.
He was worse.
More,
and he was just connected. But he was connected more.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Aronow was connected too, so he gets, okay, we'll put you here. Messer, unbelievably connected.
Yeah.
D'Angelo, unbelievably connected. Deputy D here, maybe, but not so much, but they're still going to rally.
Yeah.
You know how bad they would have to be to make a move on these people?
Oh.
Holy cow. What went on in there and what he ends up getting plea to is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something too on D'Angelo's next case that's coming up. Can I tell you, seriously, I don't. Why would this be any different?
Right.
Did all of a sudden,
he
I don't think they care.
No.
Because you know who they're going to have to bring in to talk to? Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have to bring in a judge. They're going to have to bring some judge's family and friends.
Yeah.
They ain't doing it.
I know Janelle Faso already ratted him in and did whatever she had to do to get herself out of it. So she's already out of it.
If there's a case, if there's a trial, she'll have to come though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'll have to be a part.
Yeah,
There's no way.
They don't want that.
That's not happening. And for him to not let that happen, he'll be rewarded. That's what I feel.
Look who's the one running the case. Look at Brian Seaman.
Right.
Knows
oh my God.
He knows so
how's that even going?
It shouldn't even be allowed.
And we know we can't use Erie County because that's tainted and terrible.
Yeah.
So really what they should just do is just say, screw it. Because you know what, we've already done it. So we're now going to get upset over campaign contributions. Guess what? I could care less. I don't give a damn about the campaign contributions.
They have. Lynn Reed let that happen.
I think
she literally let that happen to her.
No, what I do care about is that campaign contribution was to try to mess with the rape cases.
Yeah, she couldn't even ask for him to have a bail set, or she couldn't even have him held without bail. And
she got made to look like a fool.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to talk about it. You guys were in the courtroom.
Yeah,
that day, they didn't even bring it up.
No.
He made it that they allowed D'Angelo to have it that way, right? Because he couldn't bring up any prior cases.
Yep.
Right. So there you go. That was the most unbelievable thing ever.
Yeah.
And people should just I don't know. I won't hold I don't even care. And that's what's sick about it. I don't know if I much care anymore because
I don't have any hope, that's for sure.
No, and what are they gonna do? Are you seriously gonna throw the book at them for that?
They do, I'll be very
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what would you say, 0.8% chance out of 100%. I mean, and why would they? Here in Niagara County now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now that it's in Niagara County.
I mean, Erie County didn't even give a rat's ass. They rallied. But when you think about Erie County though, there's a lot of, let's go with with Hedzik group. There's a lot in Erie County. And he does a lot of work in Erie County. Just because you're a judge, you're a lawyer here, you go all over.
Oh, he's always in
many county. I bet you. I'd be willing to bet he goes to Genesee County. I bet you he goes to County.
Yeah,
all of it.
Probably.
Most lawyers do. A lot of them do. If they're ones that don't rape would usually go to, because that's how they make money. You know. But this guy, I'm sure it was. Can you imagine what he's doing out in Chautauqua County? Or these places like that, or where there's really,
God, there's so many more. And somebody said something to me the other day about, well, they're just, if there's more victims, their cases don't matter because it's just hearsay for now because they don't want to come forward. Why the fuck would they want to come forward? Why would they want, especially after seeing this, why would they want to come forward and have their case dragged out for years, all for him to get a slap on the wrist? No, I've seen the proof of these victims. They're not lying at all. And would you really think that it's hearsay and lying when he's pled guilty twice now to doing this to people? Like,
That's the thing that I don't get. Like, how much more circumstantial evidence do you need to have in your face to know that all these victims are telling the truth when you see him pleading to...
And all of them are similar, again. All the stories sound
they're
the
all
same.
different people. None of them know each other. All similar stories. Also, too, somebody said, oh, hopefully that he just, learns from this and starts behaving himself and all that.
What?
Oh, yeah, this was on a podcast.
Oh, my.
Hopefully, I feel bad for the family. Hopefully he just starts behaving himself. Like, you can't sound anymore like a jackass.
Whoever said
First
that.
First of all, you should feel bad for the victim's family. That's who you should feel bad for, not his. Number two, there is no cure for this type of behavior. If there was a cure, he would have been cured a long time ago, but he just keeps on committing.
Whoever said it is obviously ignorant and knows nothing about rape or the process that people go through.
And you know what else, too? The family and protected him and enabled him.
100%.
We've heard stories, and I'll use allegedly, where he was doing stuff as a younger kid.
According to the newspaper, the parents were laughing with him in the courtroom.
But I'm saying even before that. I think there allegedly was shit that happened before even that in 2009. Allegedly. But we've heard some stories allegedly may have happened.
That people may have allegedly enabled.
Oh, they definitely enabled because they would have known and didn't do anything about it. And so I do not feel sorry for them. They're a disgrace. And they should be ashamed of themselves. They should hang their head. They should probably move out of town.
I would.
Honestly, that's what should be happening here. But instead, what we do here is congratulate them.
And we feel sorry for them. But somehow, for some reason, we muster up some sympathy.
I didn't hear the rich have any sympathy for the victims or the victims' families.
No,
any sympathy for the parents of the victims. None from these people.
Because it does it. Look, this guy allegedly. Am I wrong? Am I saying this wrong? That there was something that we had heard about, maybe a couple somethings from like even before that date in high school. And then we heard allegedly stuff about almost sounding like Belter type stuff. So there's a lot of things allegedly that went on that family just let go. And they're proud.
And that family, not allegedly, is working in your school system. So,
well, yeah, they're there. Of course, they're there. We love them. We celebrate them. I'm assuming the city council will probably come out with some kind of a citation like they did for the little bakery. Yeah.
I'm sure Little Bakery will hire Nick.
Oh, you know what I did about the Little Bakery? Did I tell you? Did I tell you what I'm doing? I didn't tell you?
Okay, yes.
But yes, I'm filling out the forms to find out what happened during that robbery. So we can actually find out who was convicted, who wasn't, is it solved, is it not solved, all that. What happened there? Tell us what happened. And we'll find out. Now, I'm assuming what I'm going to get back is none of your business. That'll be perfect. Because then that tells me
everything you need to know.
So we'll see the response. I was getting help the other day on how to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Why not? It's free. Here you go.
Yeah.
And let's see. And I know they're not gonna give it. Could you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. I'm almost done. I'll when I do it, I'll send you. I want to show you a picture of it. It's I never did it before, but I think it'll be interesting to find out. Like I want to like what I'm asking is who was convicted, who did they catch,
Right.
who is it, and what happened. Like I'm asking for video and everything. Give me it all.
See the Little Bakery's newest post?
Oh yeah.
Go check that one out.
Yeah, that's right. They did get free money, but I would like to find out more about the robbery because at the time it was think about this real quick, and then we'll get off of this. That was do you know that? Remember how everyone shows up after the crying on Facebook? That was set up that day.
Yeah.
Like no, what I'm saying is like that little gathering of the mayor and the DA, that was already planned a week ago. Like they were going to be there already. So do you get what I'm saying? Like that was already a setup.
Yeah.
That was going to happen. It was some kind of an event that they were going to be giving away pizza and here these people were running for re-election wherever they are. And you had Watazik, you had the mayor, you had Seaman, and the sheriff, and D'Angelo were all there. Because if you look on Channel 2 News, they do a story, and D'Angelo's in the background.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah, he was their little camera boy.
Hopefully we'll get more information on. I can't wait because this has been something I've been dying to find out.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's them.
I mean, Jason Conte was a really good friend. He tried helping Nick D'Angelo big time, get information for him, and tried coming after me. And
yes,
he really stuck by his friend's side.
Yeah.
And the Freedom of Information Act thing can't be sued for that.
No.
So when I get that, that's there's no lawsuits.
I'm not even afraid of any of these.
No.
Like keep them coming.
Right.
Keep wasting your money.
Here's the problem: they will never go to the point because if they go to the point, they're going to have to prove something.
Right.
Prove it. That's the deal. Like when you go in there, you're going to have to prove something.
Right.
I know that if we ever had to, or you ever had to, you could prove what you're like. You got that.
Right.
They know it, and this is all just to stop you from going any further. And that's what real places do that try to do this stuff. If you're afraid of those things, then you can't be this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You just can't. You can't do what you're trying to do if you're afraid of people going to court and saying stop.
Right.
Once you're afraid of that, then you're no longer nothing. Then you're just Channel 4. And I don't want to be paid for programming. I never did. I don't want to be paid to put out a story. I don't want to be paid to do shit.
Right.
I don't want to be paid to write things about people. I don't want to be paid to make up a story.
Right.
I won't, because we could. Sure, we could.
Yeah.
Or to just be friendly to certain politicians
and just get paid,
and just kiss their ass.
Well, WJJL used to do that too. Remember?
Yeah.
Tom Darrow.
Yeah.
Perfect example. That's why he does nothing good. Everything he does is just to kiss the ass.
Right.
Ken Hamilton, he gets paid to write stories, and anybody out there who's friends with Ken Hamilton, gross. Ken Hamilton is a disgusting person, and that's not allegedly. I mean, it's true. He's a disgusting person. The things he said and did to help Nick D'Angelo and back Nick up. And I asked for a simple apology for slandering me and saying horrible things about me publicly, which I could have easily sued him for, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to go after him for still. This is what he came up with. This because D'Angelo didn't plead guilty to me specifically. I'm still a liar, is what he's saying about the Nick D'Angelo thing.
It's really, really something, the part about being paid.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Because he was being paid by Nick.
Yeah, he admitted that he got paid by Nick to defend him.
To smear the victims.
Well, that's just like that one news reporter came to me and said that, just to let you know, Nick tried paying me to write a horrible story about you. And
that guy said no.
Yeah, that guy said no. Unfortunately, Ken Hamilton needed the money because he must have been a little bit broke. So he took the money and he wrote a story for his rapist friend.
And it was a hit story. It was one of those hit pieces.
Oh, yeah,
it was
neutral.
No. It was purposely done to smear you and anyone else that got in the mix.
Neutral? How could you admit to being paid to write this story, but it's neutral? Right. If it was neutral, you wouldn't be being paid by the other side to write the story.
Yeah, no.
They ain't paying you to write a neutral story.
There's nothing neutral there.
No.
That was, if you're getting paid.
He's just saying that to cover that.
You get paid. It's that pay to play. It's paid programming. Yeah. If I'm being, if NFR is sponsoring us and paying us, I'm not saying a bad word about NFR.
Right.
How can I?
Nick's not going to pay you to say anything bad about him.
Yeah, it all just makes sense, you know.
And what a victim shaming piece of scum he is. That first of all, that he would take the money and do a hit piece on victims, and then second of all, that after all that's been said and done with D'Angelo,
fighting back.
He's gonna come to you and act like you're lying,
right?
When
he always called me a liar.
And that was the hit piece.
How much more obvious can it be that this guy's a serial rapist?
And you're going to keep defending.
And you're going to just keep, which makes me wonder if he is doing something that he shouldn't.
Quite a few stories about Ken. For quite a few stories.
Yeah, this is all alleged. Right, let's see. We got someone else too. Remember this guy, Farina?
Oh yeah, Tony Farina. He's another one who wrote disgusting things about me. I asked him for an apology, and this is what he said. And this is and he even said that he was Nick D'Angelo's spokesman.
He did.
All of a sudden now he's not buddies with him?
Now he's not
I
just kind of knew him.
I just kind of knew him from the paper. But you went very hard for him.
Oh my God, he did so much though that way back when we called on his radio show and tried to get him to speak, and he wouldn't speak.
No.
Right.
Remember Farina?
Yeah.
And Farina was on Channel 2 at one time. He was like on Channel 2 News, like on remember? He used to be there, like Mr. I'm the investigative reporter. Investigative reporters are bullshit.
What garbage Channel 247, all those bullshit news outlets are. When they're employing people like Tony Farina, so really,
and for a long time.
What do you think you're getting as the news when you're getting it from Tony Farina? Now, think about it. You know what Tony Farina does and how he attacks Noel and how he attacks victims, and that's who everyone wants to run to cover this story. Let's hurry up and get to Channel 2 News so they can.
Yeah, they can do nothing and be paid. You're paid. When you're paid to do stuff, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it fairly. You just can't.
Hamilton and Tony Farina think their shit doesn't stick. They are too like they think that they are like these great journalists. Like they think they're real journalists, and they're not. Unfortunately, they never will be journalists. They're just
hit pieces.
Yeah, you just got paid by a rapist to write a story about a victim, and unfortunately, you were desperate for the money, and you took it.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad day. It's a sad day for people.
I think I've heard one person say anything good about Hamilton or Tony.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah, I hear a lot.
I'll tell you this. I cannot believe that he admitted that in that thing.
Oh, I know.
Because that means
more than once.
What's he saying there is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're saying what you just said there. To me, what blew me away, that I'm getting paid by D'Angelo to do this.
Yeah, that I don't care what I
don't care what I'm going to say with the money.
Not.
I'm going to say because I was told. You had to be told what to do.
Right.
Because he's not going to pay you and say, "Hey, buddy, give me a fair assessment of the situation."
I'm going to pay you right to make it neutral.
Yeah.
Give me a fair assessment.
People has Nick gone to and paid them or offered to pay them money to write stories.
We need to ask Parlato about this.
Yeah.
You know what? We need to talk to him. Let's get him to be honest. Let's find out what happened here. Yeah. How much was paid and what was going on?
It's sad that out of everybody, Parlato was the one who apologized. And was like that, and then Kenny Elton and Tony Farina.
Yeah, they should better watch. Yeah.
It's pretty bad when you can get lower than Frank Parlato.
Oh yeah, that's tough times.
Kim, I thank you so much. I can do my makeup, but I try doing it on other people. I suck at it. I cannot do somebody else's makeup. I tried. Maybe I could do foundation stuff, but when it comes to doing like the eye stuff, I can't do it. It's too hard.
Yeah.
My hands shake.
Yeah. I see your daughter does it.
Yes. Well, I've done it for her too a few times.
She does it for the dolls.
Yeah. Yeah. She asked me today too. She use my makeup for her doll. I don't know. My brand new foundation stuff will be all over her dolls. And the Barbie's faces are covered in it. Like, and I'll be like, did you touch my makeup? And then there's makeup on her face and her dolls. And she's no. It's just messed up for no reason.
Our granddaughter Ellie's starting to do it.
Yeah.
Once I start the makeup, I love it.
Yeah.
I can't stop.
That's just too much. I don't know. I just think that the best thing to do with guys like that is after this is just they're just irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like you just no more. Enough's enough. You know, just stop paying attention.
They just look. I just want to make sure they knew that they looked like
Terrible.
assholes. Like
Right.
that came back to bite you right in the ass. Now they
Right.
can't even. You know, they call themselves investigative
That's
reporters,
bullshit.
but they can't even keep up with the investigation.
Right. They obviously
No, you drop
didn't
off
do
and you
a
don't get
very
paid.
good job because it doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure out he's a rapist.
Isn't it sad that Nick went around paying people to defend him?
Sure.
Like, please write an article for me to act like you like me. And people
Because
actually,
who else would write an article?
because nobody would willingly write.
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Well, you know who probably at that time, Carlotta was also helping out
Yeah.
and
that's
pushing the issue.
Yeah.
We know that from things we heard. I mean, we heard a lot of things.
Right.
There's recordings that we heard that, you know, aren't alleged. We heard them
Right.
with voices and stuff. So, you know, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a lot there that hasn't been said,
Right.
but can be if need be, because I remember the recordings. I don't need the recording. I
Yeah.
remember it very well. So do you. And, you know, whatever. It'd probably be a good idea to just go away
Right.
because you've done no good. Oh,
I
yeah.
go here with his lingerie.
Yeah, that disturbing
Yeah.
thing. How do you stick up for that?
Yeah, I know. Once you see that he has,
Brit butts, butt Brit,
butt
or whatever.
Brit.
Brit.
no, that's not allegedly. That's true. That's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
He had lingerie, and then he was on another half dating
Maybe
him.
Ken Hamilton and Tony Farina
That's probably
like
how
that.
they met. It's probably. Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they met
Right.
through those dating apps, and maybe they were attracted to Nick and his lingerie.
Just despicable. Just terrible. And you know what? If you wanted to do your lingerie, go ahead. Just don't rape people. You know what I mean? Go ahead, run around and do what you want. Just
Right.
don't rape people while you're doing
Right.
it. I don't give a damn. And don't show it to the fucking public. We don't want to see that. Your lingerie, you know, you laying there like that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kim. I'm gonna try to look for it, see if I can try to find it.
So what else?
Yeah.
My dogs, they're talking. That's fine. Hey, oh, there comes the little one. They're on the corner. So anyhow, well, yeah, that was that. I mean, something that those guys would come back at you. You would think they'd let it lie. I mean, honestly. And you see, though, you can't think that way because when it's me, I'm thinking like I'd never be them. But if you were them, you'd think you wouldn't say no.
Like I never expected them. I expected them not to apologize. Like, I didn't
Right.
expect them to bow down and say anything, but I just want to remind them, hey, you look like an asshole. Do you remember you wrote this at one point? You actually stuck up for him. But yeah.
And when let's all remember too, the things that were said were despicable.
Right.
And I'm not reading it, but it was despicable stuff.
Yeah.
That was very untrue and very
And here's the thing.
disgusting.
If you thought that piece of shit was innocent and you were trying to defend him, like you said, the things that were said were not needed.
No,
Right.
that was just
If you thought like, you know,
it was the National Enquirer.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's the National Enquirer when they do something because, you know, they don't, someone pays. It's paid
Yeah.
to do it. That's what that thing is. But that's what it all is. That's even Channel 2, 4, and 7.
And it's sad that people like Tony Farina and Ken Hamilton have children and grandchildren. Like, and that's how they think. That's sickening. That's sickening.
Yeah. And I think someday I hope that we can, as we go forward, you know, because obviously we can't do things from the past, unfortunately. It's only what goes from the future. So, like, we've got to eventually, as things happen, and this is the part of politics I hate, but we're going to have to get involved, to try to change things,
Yeah.
like in the New York State Assembly and in the Senate, somehow, some way, because that's the only where, that's where you start.
Right.
And also, I'm hoping that someday, as we do this podcast long enough, that people start to realize you yourself are the media.
Right.
You don't need any of them. Inside Edition meant nothing. None of this means nothing to nobody. You do. You're better off because you're right in it. Like, you're in the community. So don't be scared sitting in the community to say what you got to say. I know it's tough, right? Because you're going to get people that are going to fight you.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But you're also going to get a ton of people that agree with you and are
Absolutely.
going to
That
get
support you.
yes,
Yeah.
it's easy to look at things from a distance and start yelling. You're right in the city. You're right in this county. The
Right.
next time something comes up, can you start to speak out?
Right.
Because now we have watched two freaking things, Belter and D'Angelo, go horribly wrong.
Right.
And someone sent me a message earlier, I won't say his name, who said, you know, it was horrible what he got. It's terrible. It's disgusting. He goes, but I know if it wasn't for Noel and the podcast talking, it would have been even worse.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. But it still didn't work.
No.
Still not enough because we were asking, you were asking, we were asking and asking and asking, please share, say stuff, say stuff, say.
That's the thing. Like
Still
people,
asking people to share.
It's
share
so,
let people know.
It's so easy to hit a share button.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're not asking them to make content.
I know people are afraid, like if they share it, are they gonna get some sort of trouble or something? But you can't get in trouble for the truth. When it's true and it's already out there, you're not gonna get in trouble for it. So stop backing down and start sharing shit. Because if you see somebody's car getting broken into, you're sharing the hell out of it. So how is
putting it right on Facebook?
Yeah, you're sharing the hell out of it. So how is this
different?
Yeah.
For you. It's bad because there's people that are friends of mine. There's people that I know that did nothing.
Yeah, there's people I've known my whole life that haven't such shit.
And all they had to do was share your stuff, share a
I know
show,
they see it.
And you're
they can't miss it.
When you share the stuff, like Noelle said, you're gonna get some people that might come at you, and you might have to defend what you shared.
Right.
But you should be ready to do that. You should be taking Noelle's post, taking the show's post, and saying, "This is how I think, and I want this out there because I want to
protect people."
Yeah, I want my friends to know that I stand up for this issue.
It can't be just your own. You gotta work. You should be concerned for everyone around you. I mean, it can't be just my God, this is ridiculous. But I'm hoping someday that people will realize that those paid for things aren't it. It's you individually. Like someone just on our like on the message board right now, they say anything and share and send it out there. That's much better than Inside Edition.
Right.
It truly is, because we've sent a million things to Inside Edition. I don't know how many tweets with this show attached shows that you're talking, doing a lot of stuff, saying everything, and you know what? They don't.
We've
don't
given
care.
them all different issues. We've sent the show with Hugh Messer and what happened with that story. I mean, we've sent all kinds.
We send it to them all the time.
Yeah, but then look what happens. So they covered Belter. So what? Did it do anything?
Right.
They covered it after the fact when nobody could do anything about it anyways. And
yeah, we're gonna. You know what's funny about that? We're gonna cover that story and we're gonna watch the victims cry on TV, and that's it.
Because
that's basically what it was.
That's what people want to see. It's the Inquirer, like you said. It's the Inquirer. It's what people want. The tears. People want the story, but they don't want to do it. Be obligated to do anything about it.
No, and it's sick and it's sad and it's too bad. And I hope it never happens to you, because I think I posted something the other day that if it does happen to you and you're the loved one of someone that happens to, this shit goes on forever.
Mm-hmm.
It don't end.
I hope it does happen.
Yeah, but I know what you mean, but I'm just saying.
Where I said I kind of hope it happens to you.
Well, especially the ones that got a big mouth, that big mouth. But I mean, if you're sitting there and you haven't, and luckily you haven't been touched by it, or you don't know you've been, because you don't know if a family member, you just don't know. But if you find out, what a different world it becomes. Everything changes, and it changes for the victim, and it's going to change for the family, because you have to help them get better the best you can. And guess what? It never goes away.
Right.
So it's a lifetime damage that these assholes do. And in the meantime, you got people defending it.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a before and after thing. Like once you deal with, once once you confront it, and like you said, it changes everyone. It
changed our. Think about it. When I find out what happened with you, it changed our relationship. It changes things. It just does. Everything went from one way to another because you have to. Because now once it's brought up, I can't tell Robin, don't talk about it. I can't say I don't want to hear it. Of course, we're going to hear it. Listen.
And especially for the people out there who I saw once get on a podcast, it's over with now. Drop it. It's over with.
Never over.
It's not over with. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Never over.
Who's it over with?
Yeah.
For the rapist.
For who?
The rapist. It's over for them because they're going to be fine.
Right.
I know.
And over for the fat people that say that.
Yeah, excusing the behavior, once again, excusing that type of behavior. Because,
I think about going back in time with Robin, and it is really something, man. You gotta, Robin to this day, our anniversary's coming up.
We've been married 18 years.
Okay. So think about, we've been talking about this for almost every year. Every day, every month, We talk almost every day, at least once a week, if not maybe 2-3 times a week. And some days it could be all day. And
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We talked about, that's what we did Christmas Eve. Well, he was cooking Christmas.
And that's fine.
Getting Christmas dinner ready.
Because it works. Because it helps you, because you got to say it. I think, right? Isn't it better to have you to say it?
Oh, when it's on your mind, or when you have something to say, or you need to talk through something, there's nothing that anyone could do for you more valuable than listen.
And not even if you don't even have to respond. You can just listen. You don't have to say a freaking word.
Yeah.
I've done that so many times, and I do. But see, I'm different. I ask a ton of questions, which I think you like, Robin. I'm not sure.
Yes, I do.
I mean, I do ask a ton of questions, and sometimes questions I probably sometimes I think, oh shoot.
You're interested in it.
So that's all you got to do. But don't sit there and think it's over. It's never over. It'll never end, and you are in it forever.
Right.
And I'm saying that from a guy who's not a victim, who's just my loved one's a victim. So what do you think the victim's going through? Ask me. My God. It could be the dumbest goddamn thing to ever say, that it's over. It's not over. You think it's over when your kid gets killed?
Right.
No, it never ends. Do you think it's over when, there's people that can't get over the fact that their dads died and they were in their 80s. You know what I mean? So like,
that podcast is so long.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. Anyways, let's we should probably go, huh? 37. Maybe next week we'll have a full crew. Full house. Yeah, we're too we're shorthanded. We're like 3 minutes.
Jerry, we miss you guys.
Yeah, I'm actually saying like I miss you guys here sitting here. So without.
I am happy to see the dogs, however.
Yeah, we're shorthanded though. This is like killing a 5-on-3 power play.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough, and eventually we're gonna get scored. All right, let's see whatever the comments are. Anything else? Does the guy who think it's over when? Oh, Jesus Christ! Allegedly everything. All right, so why don't we get out of here? I gotta make a phone call. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
All right, and we will be back. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow. Just always stay tuned. We'll let you know what Robin's doing on Tuesday because he does her appearances on Military Road. And then on Friday, we're doing Spitball and Sports Podcast. Saturday is Falls Count Anywhere at 2:00. Thursday night, if you check out our Spitballing page, I'm doing a podcast with a guy in Nashville. So we're doing a sports podcast, me and him at like 8:30?
Yeah.
8:30. So check it out. He's really good. So it'll be a lot of fun. Other than that, always look at Noel's stuff, please.
Yes, I have some stuff that you guys can share now. Share this too, guys. Hit the share button for this.
Yes, please. And always check out Noel's stuff and Citizens United stuff because we'll always be there ready for to give you the information that maybe you're not getting anywhere else because by the sounds of it, Liv, what are you saying here? I wanted to send stars, but haven't figured out how to do it. I'll figure out. Oh, thank you. Thank you. No, you don't have to ever do anything. I'm just glad you're here watching and sharing and doing whatever you guys do.
She's the one who made that thing with Nick.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I
should have really good on that.
I should have had that on tonight. Darn it. All right, let's get out of here. And like I said,
Noel stuff.
Yes, everything. And hey, if you're on Twitter, Citizens United has a Twitter page. It has a TikTok too, Citizens United, and of course Noel's TikTok is great because Noel, I you know what? I plagiarize. I just take her stuff, bring it on over.
You're like Joe Biden.
I haven't got kicked off it yet. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got the one. I
did get reported on TikTok the other day.
The only one, like I do share a lot of your stuff, or whatever screen. I'll put it up there. One time I do my own, and it won't come back. They refuse to allow it back.
Yeah, they did that with my other one the other day.
I said the word rape. I think that's
they want you to use the word rape. Can't even say rape about TikTok.
Serious?
Rape.
Yeah.
I still say rape.
What? Wait, who decides that?
Because people are saying that if you say grape, that they can't get you in trouble for saying rape. So it's like a code word.
Yeah.
So TikTok all of a sudden will let you
I don't
say it. Rape. As a rape or sexual assault, you have to say SA instead of sexual assault. You have to say SA.
Can you say murder?
No.
Oh, okay. So you can't say anything. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah,
what the hell?
They could report that.
Thank you, Liv Benson. Thank you. Yeah, go to our Twitter page. It gets updated every so often. But please, follow it. I'm trying to get more followers. All right, let's get out of here. Dogs need to go just try to go out or something. All right, everyone. We will see you next week when I find our music. Take care, guys.